Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's the Ravens going up against the Raiders. With that, let's send it out to our broadcast team. Brandon Godden and Charles Davis with this Week 2 matchup.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Bay Area as we welcome you to Oakland, California. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Oakland Raiders. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more.
And there it was right in front of us. Today's NFL, these guys nowadays, they don't just eat up space. They try and get upfield and make plays in the backfield.
And he finds a man on a crossing route. And now the rookie's free. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And some extras coming up on the line here, ready for the blitz.
Green, 39. Gone.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. It's a big play there for Oakland. 48 yards. First down, he'll drop to throw. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down. And when this offense is clicking on all cylinders, the running back is in sync as well.
The focal point. Runs, catches, blocks, sets a tone for the offense.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
shotgun. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense. Finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And the Ravens taking the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able.
Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. And we take a look now at the defense for the Raiders.
Dante Fowler missed his rookie season due to injury. So good to have him back on the field. A terrific combination of speed and strength.
3rd down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. He'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Let's go! Blue landing! Blue landing!
They'll look to throw again. And he's going to go down here as sack. They push him back to the 34. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So as it turns out, that sack does not wind up costing him, at least in terms of getting points. They get 3.
Yeah, once you see your quarterback go down the backfield, you think, uh-oh. But fortunately for them, their kicker came to the rescue and made sure they got something out of that drive after all.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no
yardage. Okay.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Watch you now, Barney. Watch you now, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
They'll look to throw. And they're waving pressure too much. Down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. So on 4th down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. This is fielded at the 27. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
They decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice, able to get a hand in and tip it away.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Dante Fowler in on the stop.
One of the things that I observed when Dante Fowler was coming out in the NFL draft, how hard he played the game. Every time I turned on a tape, he was either rushing the passer, making a play, or making a play in space against a ball downfield, or hustling from one sideline to the other. How about that play right there? Making a nice tackle, holding it to a short gain.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked.
A ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. They only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. He'll look to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Now this is fielded in the end zone. "34 yards on the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
All right, here we go.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. Room here to run. He's at the 40, the 20, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Fresh set of downs here.
Leopard. Set. Watch it now, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Let's go. Leopard. 39.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. That is incomplete. So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. And incomplete there. A nice hit, jars the ball free, and brings up third down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
So here's 3rd and 20, and with a long yardage, defense going with a nickel look. They're going to nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. And they'll be in search of 11 yards here on third down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses. And now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And he'll take it just outside the 40. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. Handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. He
rifles one that's intercepted. And some room to roam now.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
All right, here we go.
Now a play fake here on first down. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. Well, so they just got the football on an interception. They almost gave it right back the same way.
And, you know, when you look over to the bench after that type of a play, number one is pure relief. Didn't give it up. But it's not the coach you're worried about yelling at you. It's those guys on defense who just intercepted the pass who want to break over there. Hey, take care of the football, man. Well, there's an example of patience being rewarded. Ran the ball on first down and got stuffed. Most people would scream, throw the ball here in this situation. They stayed with their roots, stayed with running the football, and they got rewarded.
It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did. Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
No. Check. Patriot. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. They'll come out in the pistol.
All right, here we go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. His second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And the lead is now 24. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. Watkins alone on the left side. He'll drop under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. Here's Marquette King now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 15. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
Here we go.
The slot man in motion right. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Wide open receiver, complete. A good pickup there, a 22.
Let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. 2nd down now after the incompletion.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes, even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but...
And the Raiders have got him. Vernon Butler in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive back, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case,
nowhere to go. Here he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. It hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. Watkins alone on the left side.
Here we go. Detroit! Detroit! Watching now, Barney. Here we go. Green, 39.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there, a 22.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
All right, here we go.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got his man on the comebacker. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Here we go.
Now they try the right side here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, Brandon, so much for halftime adjustments. They still can't get anything going on the ground. It may be time to loosen things up and start flinging it around a little bit.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So here we go, first and 10 now.
Lucky 56. Leopard. All right, here we go.
They go play action here on first down. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 9 yards on the second down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go! 19!
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. Watkins alone on the left side. Now a play fake here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
Reset. Come back.
Now it's the backup Gabbert. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And some room to work. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you talk about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back in the 46. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
3rd and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And now Oakland ready to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
So 2nd and medium, 2nd and 5 now.
Black gun it out, Philly.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
every time I see a coach challenge a spot, that makes me a little bit nervous for that coach. Those are very difficult to get overturned.
Well, the biggest reason, correct me if I'm wrong, is just technology. A lot of times you just don't have the angle.
Yeah, I think all the coaches, when they want to challenge that type of a play, they want to put the magnets or the things, the sensors in the ball to show exactly where it is. But right now, it's all about us humans.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And they'll go on the ground. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. They'll try to throw here. Gabbert. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They're indeed going for it. It's Gabbert. Flush to his right. Fighting him off.
Just ran right through the trash.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Gabbert now from the 50. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, Brandon, you know me as well as anyone. You know I don't usually advocate abandoning things during a game, but here we are in the second half. I think it's time to change things up. Let the running game go a little bit. Let's get to the passing game, and if you still want to get in the hands of the runner, maybe you swing it to him, throw it to him a little bit, try it that way.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Back now in the East Bay. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And this seemingly endless drive continues. Now Gabbert. Now they go screen. It's complete. A good convergence there defensively. Only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
A 2nd down throw for Gabbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. He'll wind up losing 10 there, a full 10 yards, so that one hurts. And it brings up 3rd and goal. Back at the 16 now after the sack. Here's 3rd and goal. 3rd and long for Gabbard. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 4th down. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. Desperation time. Gabbard on 4th. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Their big tight end. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit.
4th and goal, and they found a way to throw it in the end zone for a touchdown.
And these defenses, they just like 3 downs, get off the field. But here they had to go 4, couldn't get it done.
A lot of the time, you're looking up and saying, okay, if I hold them for 3, at worst, I give up a field goal attempt. When they go for it, sometimes it really affects the defense because maybe they're not mentally prepared to go that 4th down.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Ravens. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Escaping the pressure right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory. Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And they'll run it here. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. So the run gets them the 1st, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 2nd down following the run.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him. Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that plus 3.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll look to throw here. Buying time to his left. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Touchdown. And the Ravens continue to pour it on. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. Second down, 9 yards to go. Gabbert now on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And you would have to think an obvious passing situation here on 3rd and 9. Play fake. Gabbert. And this is going to be incomplete.
When everything is in sync on defense, that means everyone's communicating really well, and sometimes it's nonverbal. They just know that when a receiver's in one spot, this person may have him, and he's in another spot, the next defender may have him. And they've squeezed the passing lanes down to where it's so difficult to find an open area to deliver the football. They've made it tough on them all game long.
And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. To throw, Gabbert, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
As a general rule, receivers love the comeback route because it puts them right in the sight lines of the guy throwing the ball. But in this case, the defender saw it and were able to knock it away.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Gabbert. And that will be incomplete as well.
The defensive coordinator came into this game with a plan to get to the quarterback with whatever type of pressure is necessary. It's working to perfection for him today.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And it's taken in at the 9. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And we'll see if the defense wants to stop it as they take the knee.
right, here we go. 319! 319!
The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Baltimore, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Meanwhile, for Oakland, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Oakland, we sign off. So long, everybody.